So it's been a long time. Whoa. It's been a long time since I've made a video about this car. The FRS is running, the K-swap is running, and she's just about ready to get tuned. But I'm doing small things to make sure that it's drivable right after the tune. I'd like to tune it and be able to rip it right away. So today I'm adding a piece that I've been waiting for, and I'm going to give you a little look at this before I start.
You ever wonder? 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 You ever wonder?
Alright, so this is what's going in today. This is the CNC71 hidden hydro e-brake. This goes around the shifter surround and hides under your center console, so you do not have a hydraulic e-brake touching your leg if it's on the driver's side, or your passenger's leg if it's on the passenger side. And the lever is removable, which is nice for those who want to hide. The fact that they have a hydro, I guess for inspections or whatever you have to go through. This car doesn't really hide anything, so this is pointless for me. But I guess it's, I don't know, it's cool. Alright, so we're here in the car, and like I said, I don't have a lot of the things that you might have in your car, so it's going to look a little different. For starters, I'm going to take this off just by pulling it because it's not connected to anything. Yeah, take off everything and kind of just move it out the way. And that's it. That's how you take off mine. All right, so where we have some similarities are here. You're going to take off all of these bolts. All right, cool. So now that this is loose, we can sneak in the hydro. Unfortunately, this is not plug and play for my application. It will be for a stock shifter, but I have the TF Works shifter for my ZF 5-speed that's in this car. I have a BMW Trans, and unfortunately it does not fit with this plate. So I'm going to trim this plate and trim the CNC part as much as I can, hopefully without having to re-weld anything.
It's the question, will you choose to stay? You ever wonder why we still remain here on borrowed day? You ever wonder why some have to go? It's the question, will you choose to stay?
I shaved down a good amount. It's really uneven, but that should be enough for the CNC71 piece to clear. And I shaved down those two tabs on the sides, so I should be able to lay that piece on top of this. So I ended up cutting the shifter. I cut a quarter off of the shifter essentially, so this piece can slide right over. I still have plenty of bolts in there to hold this thing down. I'm not too sketched out, so don't be too sketched out. It's just a shifter. Worst case, I can create some more reinforcement here with something, but I think it'll be fine. But now the shifter surround fits perfect around the ZF 5-speed shifter. So yeah, I'm going to install this as is and see what I'm working with now. All right, everything is bolted in. Everything fits really nice, considering I had to do a big chop, but you can't even tell, and nobody will be able to tell. So everything still feels normal, or as normal as it would feel in a swapped car. It's nice, reverse works, and this is nice and bolted down. I have to get this is an inline cylinder, but I am converting it to a standalone cylinder, so I'll have my own reservoir inside of the center console somewhere. So I'm waiting for that part, and I do have the line already somewhere in here. This is my e-brake line. So I just have to get a 3AN ORB to 3AN so I can do that. Attach my standalone cylinder, reservoir, and everything should work as it should, or as it's intended to. This is the e-brake handle that threads in right here. That's it. That's threaded in. And that's how it works. I'm going to now figure out how big of a hole I have to chop into the center console so I can have this, fit. Shouldn't be too bad though. What's really nice is I have room between the screen and my hand, so I'm not gonna punch the screen. It'll be nice. I actually really, really like this a lot, even though I had to modify it like crazy. You won't have to modify it, but I did, because again, I'm running a ZF 5-speed with the K-swap, so this was necessary. All right, so I'm gonna figure out the chop on this, and then I'll show you the final product. I cut just a little bit of a hole. You can't really see it there. I just used a circle bit on a drill, and definitely goes farther than it needs to right now, but that's because there's no fluid, no pressure in there. So I'm gonna leave it alone until I can get some fluid in there, and that may help with the weird amount of play that I have right now. But other than that, it feels good. It feels nice. I can clean up this hole and make it look a lot better than it does right now, but it really doesn't look bad, in my opinion. There you go. Oh, that looks like shit. Yeah, it looks like shit. I'll clean it up, make it look better. And once I get fluid in there, I'll see how much room I actually have to play with. Center console sits right on top of it. I'm not sure you'll be able to use your e-brake at all with this, but I'm not sure yet. We'll see once I get the e-brake in. Like I said, I'll do an update video and just show you guys how much room there is in there. But for right now, I really like how tucked it is. I like that I can shift and then go straight for my e-brake right there if I need to, instead of reaching over here or being super close right here and having, my leg touching it. I'm not a fan of that. So yeah, I like this setup. It looks nice. Review number 2 will be actually using it, and figuring out what fits here. I've always loved how 350Zs have that option, but we never did with these cars. So I'm happy that we have that option now. As for the car itself, I will be getting it tuned hopefully within the month. I think the last thing I have to do is add a boost control solenoid, which is already there. I just have to wire it and sacrifice my AC, but that's fine. That's it. Clutch is pretty much broken in, kinda, not really, but it's enough. I've driven it around the block a bunch of times and I feel like it grabs nice. So I'm going to schedule a tune and make some jam with this engine, and then start testing things like the e-brake. I'll do a whole video on the e-brake at some point. Again, the K-Series feels nice, feels great in the E30, so I'm sure it'll feel even better in this car. And yeah, that's it.